We're getting ready to upload a video set, and this is a very detailed, extreme video set of making a custom center console. Now, doing fiberglass work on interior parts of an automobile is an extensive and mind-boggling job, believe it or not. To make these pieces takes, not experience, but dedication. You can do this if you want to. It just takes the situations that possibly I'm going to go through when you watch this video set of the ups and downs and the breakdowns of doing it wrong and then coming back, doing it again, and doing it over and over until you get it right. Because that is what it is all about when you're doing custom work or anything else that you do in your life, to really make it the way that you want it. You have to take pride in what you do, not being a lazy ass and slopping it together. There is a YouTube channel out there. As you're watching this video set, I want you to go check it out. It's called SPRAYWAY Customs. Now, I don't know where this guy is located. I've never seen the guy before. I've watched several of his videos when I got involved in doing what you're going to see here in a minute. And I want to let you know that this guy over at SPRAYWAY Customs is basically a professional at the art that he performs on his videos by making these custom interior parts, such as what I'm going to do. So remember that name as you're watching this video, and click on this guy's channel, give him your support, and watch his videos if you're interested in doing this type of work. It's called SPRAYWAY Customs, and you're going to learn a lot of stuff on his channel. As you can see, I just pulled up a bunch of Google images of this guy, and I believe he's located in the state of Alabama. And you want to check him out. You want to nurture the situation and watch his videos, because what he will teach you in his videos is beyond what I am going to show you here. So without any more bullshit and mumbo jumbo jargon, let's go ahead and jump into this situation. What it's about a 1966 Chevelle that I am installing an LS2 fuel injection drivetrain in it. They don't make aftermarket shifters for this transmission, and you have to rely on using the shifter out of a Camaro, possibly floor shifter, and then you would have to use the center console as well to go with it. I'll explain that in the video set as we go along. But for this center console to fit into the vehicle, we will have to modify that center console and customize it to the liking and style that will make this an appealing and also functional center console in the 1966 Chevelle. So remember SPRAYWAY Customs, that's YouTube channel SPRAYWAY Customs. Watch his videos as you're watching my videos. If you're here to learn how to do this, I am going to show you how I do it, and I'm going to show you the trials and tribulations that I go through as I'm making this thing. And SPRAYWAY Customs is going to show you how to do it, and he does a very, very good job at what he does. So remember that name as we're watching this video set, throughout the video set, and check out his channel. And if you are a YouTuber, subscribe to him, show him your support, and leave your comments as you watch his videos. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Let's get on with this thing. It's a long, drawn-out situation, but you know what? In the end, it all fucking works out anyway. doing out there? This is Pete over at D.I.Y Auto School. Now what we're doing here is we got a center console out of a 2014 Camaro. And we're working on a 66 Chevelle over here. And if you look over my shoulder, what you're gonna see is a LS2 fuel injection drivetrain with a 4L60E transmission. So what we had to do to compensate, to make sure that the transmission shifted, we had to get a late model shifter out of a late model Camaro that would compensate and be compatible with the transmission that we're using. They don't make aftermarket shifters for this particular model transmission, so we actually had to get one out of the junkyard. This is a 2014 Camaro shifter right there, and it is mounted to the transmission underneath to make it all shift and work properly. You can see the extensive work that I had to do on the doghouse itself. The transmission hump, we had to enlarge that as well due to the fact that the transmission in this thing is humongous. So it was a lot of work to get to right there where we're at. But the real deal is our center console that you're looking at right here. Now, this is the matching center console that goes to the matching shifter to make it all work. And the only way that we can cover that shifter up and actually make it look like it's a customized vehicle is to take the center console out of the vehicle that the shifter came out of and go ahead and modernize that and modify it to work. So what I've done here, let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and take this apart. This is actually how the original center console was from the factory. And what I'm doing is I have to add this, do that, and I got to make this thing fit into the car that we're working on over here. So since this is a 66, and you can see how the center console in the Camaro would come straight here, and then the dash would come down this way. What we're going to do is we're going to make a center console that actually rides around and under the dash, so that way it will be compatible to use, and also we'll be able to mold it all in with the shifter just like it was a factory piece from the factory. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get this to where I can make it a nice round curve to start our project out the right way, because we know we're not going to do this right here, okay? We're not leaving it like that. So what we want to do is, use what we got, and then we will go from there. I see that this little piece right here is in our way, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these off because we're not even going to use them. Does anybody out there ever have a situation that arises and you're trying to do something and it's just like you can't get your shit together? You can't fucking go, you can't go forward, you can't go backwards, you can't fucking keep going, you can't do nothing? Well, that's one of these fucking days right here. So now we'll be able to take this and get it to the curve that we want. Now, if we pull on this, since these are exactly a mirror image of each other from left to right, if I can get that bitch back on, there we go. Okay, when I pull that around, it's going to give me the same curve on both sides. We just got to make sure that it all stays into the center. So we're going to pull it like this, and then we'll go ahead and kind of eyeball it out to get the same distance between the two. And that actually looks pretty good right there. I'm going to go ahead and clamp that down just like that. Give it a good gander. Make sure everything's fucking going square and it's all together just like I want it to be. And then once that's done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my electric drill. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and drill a couple holes in it right here. Just like that, and then I'm going to put another one right here, and then I'm going to put one more right here. And I think everybody knows what's going on now. I'm going to go ahead and pop rivet that together. Now the rivets that I'm using on that, pay close attention, these are flat rivets. Okay, they are not, they don't have heads on them, so what's going to happen is when I use this rivet, it's going to, what the fuck's going on here? Now we got a fucking old rivet stuck inside my fucking rivet gun. Motherfucker, man. We also got the wrong fucking head on here, so we got to change that out. What a fucking bitch. Over here trying to show you how to do shit, and look what happens. Nothing. Nothing's happening, see? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Have you ever ran into that problem where you try to get your shit together and you're trying to do something and it's not working? Everything you do is a fuck up, all right? Or you got to do something to get it going to make everything else work. You know, that's the fucking deal we got going right fucking here. Now we can rivet that bitch together. Motherfucker. And one more thing, this is a good tech tip right here. When you're done riveting, you fuck yes. Make sure you pick up all your old rivets. You don't want that shit falling on the ground because that will make one hell of a flat tire. And on a fucking day like this, you definitely don't want it to drop on the ground. Flat tires will be a fucking mandatory situation. All right, now that we got that all buttoned up, I'm debating whether I should use some 22 gauge steel to make the piece that I need, or should I go ahead and use foam board. Now, what we're going to do on this particular piece is we are going to actually have this covered in ultra leather. So I'm asking myself, should I go to the trouble and extensive wear and tear of taking foam board and molding my console the way that I want it, just so I can say to myself, I have to fiberglass it, and then I got to fiberglass all this, and I got to sand it all down, and blah, 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 blah. Or would it be better to go ahead and use 20 gauge steel and go ahead and pop rivet all that together on there, get it all fucking done, and then once it's done, they can foam this bitch up or do whatever the fuck they want, cover it with some ultra leather or possibly vinyl, the same material of the seats possibly, and go down the road and have a nice console. Because once this thing is sitting in the car, just like you're looking at, once it's in the car, it will never be moved around, it will never be disturbed, it will never be nothing except, yeah, that's kind of plopping out on us. It will never be nothing but sitting there looking pretty. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. So when I figure out that situation, because today is kind of a shitty day and things aren't going too good together right now, I'll be back and we'll figure it out. We'll be back. Making our custom center console for a 1966 Chevelle, and working on a job that really doesn't pay that much money to say, wow, I'm fucking making a living over here.
Watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.